Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday. I'm looking just so broken out and crazy. Happy Sunday. Okay, so here's the deal. Obviously today, God, could I be in worse lighting? Today I'm going to be doing a vlog for this Sunday. But in the month of July, I've decided to do kind of a revisiting. I get a lot of questions on tutorials and stuff like that on the channel. And a lot of new people are on the channel where it's tutorials that I've already done that are already on the channel, maybe just a little bit harder to find or whatever. So I was going to do kind of a greatest hits like through July, like on Sundays, like just come through and be like, here's a list of zipper tutorials and talk a little bit about that, like maybe anything I would add to those kind of type things. So that's kind of the plan for July. And then I will get back into for real sew-alongs, but probably not until September. So maybe I'll do some new tutorials in August. But that's kind of the plan, just to get me through the summer, because I'm going to be doing a lot of creative sewing this summer. That's what I've decided to do to kind of get back to the roots, things that, not that this wasn't bringing me joy, because it does. Sewing in general brings me joy. But I appreciate all the feedback on last Sunday's video, and Jenny and I are going through and organizing all of that information so that it's just gold for a content creator. So I really appreciate all your feedback for stuff going forward. So thank you all. That was very, very helpful. Okay, so today we're just going to do kind of vlog style. Like I said, it is, what is today? Wednesday. And I did some batch cutting at the end of last week, and I have been sewing through that, but I had some questions on how I do my batch cutting and kind of what that looks like. So I only have 2 projects left over here in my pile, but I just wanted to talk through that a little bit, and then yeah, and then I'm sewing today. So I'll probably just be popping in and out. I'm not really going to do a sew along with me, just because I don't know, because I don't feel like doing that right now. So this is going to be a chattier one, but I will show you everything that I am making up. So I had 8 things. So let's talk about batch cutting real quick. Typically, 5 projects is where I draw the line with my batch cutting. Anything more than that can become overwhelming. I did do 8 this time, mostly because I had a couple of repeat patterns. I was making 2 of the same pattern. And I wanted to kind of sew those at the same time while the instructions and stuff were still fresh in my brain. So I did do more this batch cutting than I normally do. But I cut out 8 projects, and then let me show you what I do with them. All right, so here is my just my white table that I did a lot of filming for my fitting class with this white table. But anyway, just an IKEA table. Any surface is fine. But I cut out my projects and leave everything with its pattern pieces. As you can see here, this is the tungsten dress, and this is the green style courtside dress in the same fabric. But I had enough. This is that Destashify Ponte that I grabbed to get 2 dresses out of it, and decided to do that instead of the Parker Ponte pants later. And I'm very excited about both of these. So this is what I'll be sewing up today. But I just put all of my projects over here. Again, I had 8 things over here. Now I just have 2. Of that 8, though, 3 of them were shorts. I did 2 pairs of the Belize shorts, 1 of the new Brampton shorts, itch to stitch. And then I'll go over and show you, I had some stuff cut out that I was going to try and do before we went to Italy that didn't get done. And I sewed those up on Saturday. So hang on. All right, so I did get my 2 titles. These sewed up really quickly. I'm having horrible allergies right now, and so this past weekend, I didn't even want to be outside. But it was a beautiful weekend, so my family went outside. So I just stayed inside and sewed, because literally going outside is killing me softly at the moment. But I got my orange short-sleeved short title done, and my maxi title, and then I got my max tunic done. It just needs buttons and buttonholes, so I will get that done. But you guys will be seeing all of that on the channel here soon. So yes, so those were the 3 pairs of shorts, these 3 things. That's 8. Okay, and then I have the 2 pieces that are still on the table. So basically, this is how batch cutting works for me. I grab a couple of fabrics, especially if I'm cutting out a couple of things out of one fabric. For instance, the white crinkle gauze that I'm going to be cutting, I'm going to be making the Archer pants or the Archer shirt and the Bob pants from Style Arc out of. Like I'll cut those out at the same time. Those haven't been cut out yet, but that is, like I'll do that at the same time. I also pair like, if I've got, like I said, a couple of the same pattern that I'm going to be making, I'll, put those together because then I just have the pattern out once. So I'm definitely, while I said I want to slow down, slowing down for me is a little different maybe, or what, I don't know if it's necessarily slowing down or if it's more redirecting. Because I go at a fast pace. That's just how I'm wired. I am trying to be more present. I think that's very important, and slowing down and enjoying processes more. And I am trying to be more intentional with that because I do think that's very important. But I'm also wired for, I'm always looking for the best efficiencies for how I can do things. I kind of quicker, but really it's just more efficient. Um, anyway, so, we're wired a certain way. It is what it is. Anyway, but like I said, I'll typically do 5 projects at a time. And sometimes there's no overlap with fabric or patterns, which is fine. But I'll put a mix of like harder things or things that maybe might take a little bit longer with things that are a little quicker. Just to help with my own, peace of mind. It feels like I'm ticking things off a little bit better. But when I do my batch cutting, I go ahead and fuse everything. So if anything needs to be interfaced or any of that, I do all of that at that moment as well. So then my projects are in a nice little pack or nice little stack, and then I can just grab them and sew them up. Sometimes I'll even, lay the elastic with them or the buttons or whatever else goes with them. So that I have like a nice little kit all put together. Now I know I have a lot of space, and that is something that not everyone has, but sorry, I had a little notification on my phone. But I know that a lot of people use bins. So like the plastic like shoebox size bins to put their projects in. So if you're someone that has to tear down your space and put it back up every time you are sewing, putting things into little bins like that you can put a lid on it is a great way to keep all of your stuff organized. So if you're wanting to do batch cutting, that way you're not losing pattern pieces or notions. You can put your thread in there, put all of the, zippers, buttons, whatever else you need to do into a plastic bin. Obviously, I can leave my stuff just sitting out because I have dedicated space, but I know that that is a luxury. So I have heard a lot of recommendations for that. So if you are someone that has a smaller space or someone that has to tear down your space and put it back up every time you're sewing, I think the plastic bins with lids is a great way to do batch cutting and keep your stuff organized so that you don't lose anything. So those are my 2 cents on batch cutting. Okay, let's go take a look at my shorts. Okay, so here are the 3 pairs of shorts that I've made. I actually haven't tried them on yet, but these are the Bramptons by Itch to Stitch. They've got like little side pockets. They're high-waisted with like the paper bag. There's elastic that's in there. Comes with a little tie belt. We'll see how this looks on my short torso. I'm very hopeful though. This is a linen, I think this is a linen rayon blend. I got it from Style Art or from Style Maker Fabrics. I feel like this isn't just 100% linen. Like there is something in there. My guess is rayon. I'll have to go back and look and see if she still carries to be sure. But then the same fabric in a different colorway, I've made the Belize shorts. Now I've made this pattern before a few times. I know that I love this one. I haven't tried these on yet, but I know I'm going to love them. So this is the pleated version that I did in the salmon color, kind of the hot salmony coral color with the pockets. The Bramptons have, or is that the right word, the name? Brampton. They have back pockets. The Belize don't, but they do have front pockets that are really nice, and their elastic is just in the back. And then I made in the neutral linen just a pair of flat-fronted Belize shorts. Again, I know that these are going to fit me really well, so very excited about those. I think I'm going to get so much wear out of these. And then these are just going to be, the pink ones are going to be just a fun pair. And then I'm anxious to see how I like this style on me as well. So those are the 3 pairs of shorts that I also had cut out from the last batch cut that are now made up. So there you have it. Okay, so I am, oh my word, what is happening with my hair? Okay, so my plan today is to get those 2 dresses sewn up. So it is 10 o'clock right now. I've been doing some computer work. I do have teenagers that are going to be working on my Destashify stuff to get those put up. So they're going to be in the filming studio today, measuring out fabric lengths and taking pictures and putting all the information into the spreadsheet and all that kind of thing. That's what's going to be happening a little bit later today. But while they're doing that, I'm going to be in here working on these two dresses, which is very exciting. So I will definitely check back in and show you how we're getting along with the It's Just Stitch Tungsten and the green style courtside dress. So the courtside dress is, I think it's meant for tennis courts, and it's courtside. It's got shorts and stuff and a built-in bra. But my thought is for walking, to use it for walking, just something a little different than my skirts, but something that's kind of fun to wear too. So that is the plan. So I'm going to go grab some breakfast real quick, and then we're going to get started sewing on those dresses. I'll check back in. Okay, guys, so it's the end of the day, end of Wednesday, and I have finished my two dresses. Now, I've not tried either of them on. The tungsten, I think I'm going to absolutely love. That was such a cool construction, and it went together relatively quickly. I'm not going to show you anything on me yet because I am going to do a video, I think maybe next week, of my summer dresses, my summer capsule summer dresses, because I have all of those made up now. So do a quick video on that for you all. So you will see me in it in there. And then I think this courtside dress, it was just a fiddly sew. It wasn't the fabric. I don't even know if it was the pattern. It's just the fact that you have to construct it. I messed up. So I had to I sewed the sports bra back to the front of the dress and switched it. So obviously that's not going to work. So I'm trying to unpick serging, and I had sewn the elasticum. It was a big mess. But I did get it finished. And here, I'll show it to you, both of them to you real quickly on the hangers. So here's the courtside dress. It's really cute, and it's got the built-in bra. I used the full bust front, so we'll see how I feel like this may hit me right across the fullest part of my chest, but we'll find out. We'll find out. I did use the full bust front, so we will see how that goes. And then it comes with these optional little bike shorts that will just go on underneath the dress as well to turn it into kind of a skirt. So that's really cute. And then here is the tungsten. It's just so cool the way that this wraps and ties. I know this isn't me showing it to the best of its ability here, but I'm really excited to try that on. I think that's going to be just a really fun little t-shirt dress. Anyway, it's the same fabric that I used for both of them, but I did get both of them finished today. And so now my entire batch cutting has been sewn up. So there you have it. It's been a busy couple of days of sewing, which has felt really, really good. And I've also started putting aside some fabric for just some fun creative sewing. I'm going to do a little bit, well, you've already have seen it, a little bit of what I want to sew for June, just a couple of things on top of the stuff that I've already done. But July is going to be a ton of creative sewing. So I'm going to do a July plans video, and then I'll do a lookbook at the beginning of August for that. And I'll do a June lookbook as well at the beginning of July. Just going old school a little bit. Thought that would be kind of fun. What else? Oh, I have been having my minions have been down here. I've got two teenagers. My daughter and Jenny's daughter have been going through, I went through my fabric stash. I've been trying to be very honest with myself on things that I'm actually making up, stuff that I'm actually wearing, and not just keeping things because, I spent a lot of money on it, or it was, it's really nice fabric. I would rather it not be in my drawers and it be being made up by someone else. So let me show you what they've been up to. All right, so there is the pile of, that's not all fabric. Those are the stretch and sew patterns that I've been promising forever. They're going to bundle those up for me. This box over here has yarn in it. Just this tub has fabric in it, and then obviously the fabric on the floor. But they have gone and categorized everything and getting it all ready to go up on Destashify. So they made a pretty good dent. We've got a fairly good size amount of fabric here. They worked for about 3 hours today. They just have a lot more to go. So wish them luck. So anyway, that's going to feel good to get that all, my sewing room's a mess right now, but to get that all situated. So now I've got room in my drawers so I can reorganize some stuff and get things consolidated. and then have room for all this fabric that's living outside of the drawers right now. And then just being more mindful. I mean, fabric shopping is a hobby, just like the sewing things up is a hobby as well. So just being a little bit more mindful of only buying things that I know I'm going to wear and that I really, really love, which I don't know if that's going to take down on my fabric shopping or not, but that's the plan. Just trying to sew a little bit more for my stash, but isn't that what we all always say? I really mean that though. Anyway. Okay, so that's all I've got for today. I hope you've enjoyed this little bit, kind of just a chatty one of style vlog. Again, starting next month, so starting next week, I will be going into just some greatest hits type tutorials that I will be bringing up to the forefront and talking through those a little bit. So if you're looking for certain tutorials for certain things, that is going to be helpful, I think, especially for a lot of the new people on the channel. And then we will hit up sew-alongs again when the fall gets here. So that's the plan. All right, guys, that's all I've got for today. I hope you've enjoyed this one, chatty one, little vlog style, and I will see you guys again on Tuesday. Bye.